tried to set it, see it in my eyes. All I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet. I'm ready. Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Chad calling.
NFL rushing leader. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Prescott to throw it. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on third down.
That's another Cowboys first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Throwing, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
27.
On second down, Elliott. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 17. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll run it with Elliott. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Set, ready. Pin Tucson. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Chip chopper. Chopper. Check, 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 check. Watch the eye. Ready, go.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. A first down throw for Prescott. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Antonio Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 79 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. These two teams all tied after 1.
I got one. Check. Wide. Get wide. Swerve to 8.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. To throw is Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Parker. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get
Sanders, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Grant. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, It's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets them 8. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Prescott now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. From the red zone now, Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 43.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Delta, 61, matchbox, ready.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
He's crossing. He's checking credit.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Check. Race don't travel. Race don't travel. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
2nd and 9 now. It's complete to Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
Here go 46. 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the screen. Mike's 50. Hey, let's get this. Mike 50. Quarterback, don't get in. Here go 47.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. He was looking for Parker that time. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Dolphins' 17-yard line.
Mike, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Switch.
Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Prescott now, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Squeeze. Get in there. Now.
Alley to run. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Hey, 50's a mic. Let's go, baby, turn over. Get that ball. Mike 50. Oh, here we go. Oh.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Silver. Check. Watch it. You're out.
This is Breida. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Flushed out right. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
On the double. Mike 51. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Tighten up. Back.
Here's Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year. Franchise rookie. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. To throw again on second down. Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike 50. 3 buds, 3 buds, 3 buds. Mike's 50.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
General, West.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Brings up second down.
66. Bullet ride. Slam, slam, slam. Check 13. See it. On. You go 13 spell. You got time right there. Bravo. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Kill.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Cowboys on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
We're going to 53. Check tight end, check tight. There you go.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
4th down, Prescott. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Set, 60, Pittsburgh. He's trying to win. Chopper. Check 6 guys. Hot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On play action, they'll throw. He's got it to Williams. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Prescott on 1st down. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Yeah, you don't want none. Mike.
Prescott yet again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. 2 incompletions haven't moved them any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
55, my echo. Let's go. Go, get out there. Mark 55, Mark 56.
To the air again, Prescott. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Fourth down pass attempt, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Check three. Blue dot Quarkers. Showing up. Joker. Kill. High. Kill.
They run again with Breida. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
80 weapons.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like